with the permission of the Honorable Chief Justice, the ceremony commences by reading out the letter of orders issued by the Honorable 14th May 2020. By virtue of the provisions of Article 2019 of the Constitution of India, I, Arif Muhammad Khan, the Governor of Kerala, do hereby appoint the Justice S. Manikumar, Chief Justice of Kerala, to administer the oath for affirmation in the form set out for the purpose in the 3rd schedule of the Constitution of India, to Srimati Shobha Annamma Eapen, appoint the additional judge in the High Court of Kerala before she enters upon Arif Muhammad. Now the warrant of appointment issued by the Honorable President. By virtue of the power vested in by clause 1 of Article 224 of the Constitution of India, I, Ramnath Kovind, President of India, do hereby appoint Srimati Shobha Annamma Eapen to be an additional judge of the Kerala High Court for a period of 2 years, effect from the day she assumes charge of the office. Given at Rashtrapati Bhavan, New Delhi, with 13th day of May in the year 2022, 23rd Vaishakha, 1944 Shaka, in the 73rd year of Republic of India. May I request the Honorable Chief Justice to administer oath to the office to Srimati Shobha Annamma.
I,
Shobha Annamma Eapen,
having been appointed additional judge of the High Court of Kerala, do swear in the name of God that I will bear true faith and allegiance to the Constitution of India as by law established.
Do swear in the name of God that I will bear true faith and allegiance to the Constitution of India as by law established.
That I will uphold the sovereignty and integrity of India.
That I will uphold the sovereignty and integrity of India.
That I will duly and faithfully and to the best of my ability, knowledge and judgment.
That I will duly and faithfully and to the best of my ability, knowledge and judgment.
Perform the duties of my office without fear or favor, affection or ill will.
Perform the duties of my office without fear or favor, affection or ill will.
And that I will uphold the Constitution and the laws.
And that I will uphold the Constitution and the laws.
Now, ceremonial was a speech by the Deputy.
The Honorable Chief Justice of Kerala, Mr. Justice S. Manikumar, Honorable Mrs. Justice Shobha Annamma Eapen, the Honorable Judges of the High Court of Kerala, Mr. Justice K. Narayana Kurup, former Judge of this Court and former Acting Chief Justice of the Madras High Court, who is present here, the President of the Kerala High Court Advocates Association, the Chairman of the Bar Council of Kerala, the President, Kerala High Court Senior Advocates Association, the President, Kerala Federation of Female Lawyers, Kerala High Court Unit, law officers of the state, Assistant Solicitor General, Senior Central Standing Council Taxes, and other law officers of the central government, tenured senior advocates, esteemed fellow members of the bar, Registrar General, registrars and staff of the High Court, staff of the Advocate General's Office, advocate clerks, Mr. P.T. Varghese, husband of Honorable Mrs. Justice Shobha Annamaipan, other family members of Honorable Mrs. Justice Shobha Annamaipan, all other dignitaries joining online, ladies and gentlemen. The composition of courts in various hierarchies in the pyramidal structure of Indian judiciary necessarily ought to be gender diverse, being reflective of the social realities. On the contrary, women are grossly underrepresented in presiding roles in the courts of our country, particularly in constitutional court. Young but inspiring Nobel laureate Malala Yousafzai commented on gender equality thus, I quote, "We cannot succeed when half of us are held back," unquote. But things are slowly changing for the better in the Indian judiciary in the matter of gender inclusiveness and equality in the benches. Paraphrasing the legendary words of Karl Marx, the icon of the proletariat across the world, Honorable Chief Justice N.V. Ramana said, I quote, "The women of the world must unite. You have nothing to lose but only chains," unquote. The Honorable Chief Justice reinforced his Lordship's commitment to have greater representation of women in Indian judiciary by stating that women should demand 50% of reservation, not as charity but as matter of right. Those were not empty words of a dreaming optimist, but that of a taskmaster who had walked the talk. The event was a felicitation function held by lady advocates of the Supreme Court of India in honor of the then newly sworn-in judges of the Supreme Court, inclusive of 3 women judges, a historic first in the timeline of the Apex Court. The Honorable Chief Justice, while addressing the felicitation ceremony of Justice Hima Kohli, Judge, Supreme Court of India, held under the auspices of Women in Law and Litigation, on 14th December 2021, reiterated his Lordship's ardent commitment to have gender equality in Indian judiciary. His Lordship noted that 30% of women representation in district judiciary and 10 to 11% of women representation in the higher judiciary were not enough, and emphasized that his Lordship would impress upon the Collegium and the Chief Justices of various High Courts to have greater women representation in judiciary. That the words of the Honorable Chief Justice transformed into action is evidenced from the fact that the various High Courts of the country recently saw elevation of more women judges. With the just concluded swearing in of Justice Shobha Annamaipan, the strength of women judges in the Kerala High Court has risen to an all-time high of 7. Late Justice Ruth Bader Ginsburg of the Supreme Court of United States went on to say that she would take it that there were enough women representation in the said court only when all of the 9 seats were filled up with women. I may not be mistaken for being a votary of the said gender extreme proposition put forth by late Justice Ruth Bader Ginsburg, but I can certainly say that 7 women judges out of sanctioned strength of 47 is not enough for a state like Kerala, which, as I have said in an earlier occasion, gave to the country Dakshayani Velayudan, the only Dalit woman member of the Constituent Assembly, Justice Anna Chandy, first ever woman High Court judge, and Justice Fatima Bibi, the first ever woman Supreme Court judge. I also reiterate my consistent take on the issue that the same, at any rate, is not reflective of the gender ratio of the state's population. The fact that only 4 women judges have ever been directly elevated from the bar to the bench of this honorable court is also certainly another matter for concern. I fervently hope that the Honorable Chief Justice and other honorable judges of this honorable court will have a serious consideration of the matter. Born on 1967 as one among the 6 children of Epan Varghese, a 2-time member of the Kerala Legislative Assembly, and Srimati Annamma Epan, my Lord Justice Shobha Annamma Epan was brought up at Thoppambadi near Kochi in Ernakulam district. Her Lordship had her schooling at the Our Lady's Convent Girls High School, Thoppambadi, and the Kraistava Mahilayalaya, Alva. Her Lordship completed her pre-degree from the St. Teresa's College, Ernakulam, and graduated in Sociology from the Sacred Heart College, Devara in 1987. Her Lordship completed her law degree from the Government Law College, Ernakulam in the year 1990 and enrolled as a lawyer on 9/3/1991. Her Lordship started practice at the courts at Kochi as junior to advocate A.B. Prabhu. Her Lordship soon gained the attention of the bar and the litigant public alike as a young and efficient lawyer. Her Lordship first tryst with justice dispensation and decision-making process came when Her Lordship was appointed as the member of the Consumer Dispute Redressal Forum, Ernakulam, in which post Her Lordship officiated from 1997 to 2002. After completion of tenure at the Consumer Dispute Redressal Forum, Ernakulam, Her Lordship shifted practice to this honorable court. Her Lordship also continued to attend cases at the courts at Ernakulam and Kochi. Her Lordship specialized in constitutional law, taxation law and civil law and was a panel counsel for the Union Bank. In my interactions at the High Court, Her Lordship was known to me as a soft-spoken and amiable friend of all, as well as a hard-working lawyer who came to the court after a meticulous and thorough preparation of the briefs. Her Lordship's consistent concern for fellow brethren in robes and consequential popularity at the bar resulted in Her Lordship being elected as Vice President of the Kerala High Court Advocates Association in the year 2014. Her Lordship was appointed by the Government of Kerala as a senior government leader at the High Court of Kerala in the year 2011 and continued as such in 2016. The personnel at the office of the Advocate General remember my Lord to be a studious state law officer who used to champion the causes of the state with perseverance. Her Lordship is married to Sri P.T. Varghese, a businessman, and they have been blessed with a daughter, Sharon Liz Varghese, a graduate in business management from Chinnaya Vidyapeeth, Ernakulam, and a postgraduate in human resources and marketing in Rajagiri Business School, Kakkanad, and their son, Thomas Varghese, who is also into business after securing post-graduation in business administration from Amity Global Business School. Her Lordship became a grandmother just about 5 months ago when Aromal Kunus was born to Her Lordship's daughter, Srimati Sharon Liz Varghese, who is married to Sri Aromal Saju Kunus, employed with Tata Advanced Systems, Delhi. May my Lordship be blessed with the strength and courage to discharge the solemn functions of a judge of this honorable court. I also extend my wishes to the family of members of my Lordship on this joyous occasion. Thank you.
Now, felicitation by the President, Kerala Advocates High Court of the Fifth Circuit.
Honorable Chief Justice of Kerala High Court, Mr. Justice S. Manikumar, Honorable Mrs. Justice Shobha Annamma Epan, and Honorable Judges of Kerala High Court, retired Judge of this Court, Sri K. Narayana Kurupu, Advocate General Sri K. Gopalakrishnan Kurupu, Additional Advocate General Sri K. P. Jayachandran and Sri Ashokam Cherian, Director General of Prosecution Sri T. A. Shaji, Additional Director General of Prosecution Sri Gracious Kuriakos, Additional Solicitor General Sri S. Manu, Senior Advocates Association President Sri N. N. Sugunapalan, Chairman of the Bar Council of Kerala Sri K. N. Anil Kumar, Srimati P. K. Shantamma, President Kerala Federation of Women Lawyers, family members of Justice Shobha Annamma Epan, respected senior lawyers, esteemed members of the Bar, Registrar General and Registrars of the Court, Court Officers, Clerks, and my dear friends. First of all, as a President of the Association, I am very happy to see all the judges in a ceremony after 3 years. Today, the legal fraternity is joining the Kerala Judiciary to welcome the newly sworn-in judge of this Honorable Court, Honorable Mrs. Justice Shobha Annamma Epan, who has been a member of our bar till yesterday. I, on behalf of the Kerala High Court Advocate Association and on my personal behalf, extend to your ladyship a very warm and affectionate welcome. Today, I stand before this august gathering with the heartfelt delight of an younger brother seeing an elder sister being elevated to the bench to discharge a divine duty. I had the luck and opportunity to work with Justice Shobha Annamma Eapen for the Government of Kerala as government leaders. Shobha Annamma Eapen needs no introduction to this august gathering since her ladyship is familiar to the members of the bar. However, for the benefit of the younger generation of lawyers who are present here, I will briefly sketch the personal details of her ladyship. Shobha Annamma Eapen, daughter of late Sri Eapen Varghese, ex-MLA, and Srimati Annamma Eapen did her schooling at the Christava Mahalalayam, Aluva, and pre-degree at St. Teresa's College, Ernakulam, and graduated from the Sacred Heart College, Tevara. Obtained law degree from the Government Law College, Ernakulam, and enrolled as a lawyer on 9/3/1991. Started practice at Kochi and thereafter started independent practice at High Court in the year 2003. Served as senior government leader from 2011 to 2016 in the High Court of Kerala, specializing in constitutional law, taxation and civil law. Husband Sri P.T. Varghese and Justice Shobha are blessed with two children, Sharon Liz Varghese and Thomas Varghese. Daughter Sharon Liz Varghese is married to Aromal Saju Kunnath and Justice Shobha is blessed with a grandchild, Eva Aromal. To hear courteously, to answer wisely, to consider soberly and to decide impartially are the four attributes that should belong to a judge. And therefore, while dispensing justice according to law, it must be remembered that every litigant and every lawyer must be accorded respect and treated with dignity. Justice system includes not just judges but lawyers too. Every lawyer standing up before the court is only exposing the cause of an individual or group who genuinely feels that the rights have been violated. This is not to say that judges do not accord a patient hearing and dignified treatment to the legal fraternity. By and large, they do. A judge must therefore listen patiently to the arguments addressed and, after considering the points urged on both sides, decide the case in accordance with law. He or she will then be acclaimed as an ideal judge. The Constitution of India has accorded a special status as guardian angel to the High Courts and Supreme Court, and therefore, judges must absorb the ethos of the Constitution and combine service with humility. Our Constitution is the product of our national experience. It is stable because it has substantially answered the political and legal expectations of the people of India. And whatever be the form of the Constitution in the future, its effect will depend on the values and sentiments of the people. I take this opportunity to congratulate the family members of Justice Shobha Annamma Eapen on this momentous occasion with their family. Before I conclude, once again on behalf of the Kerala High Court Advocate Association and my own behalf, I extend a very warm welcome to Her Ladyship Justice Shobha Annamma Eapen to this great institution, and pray that your Lordship stand out shining with your rich experience and assure you our wholehearted cooperation in the discharge of divine duties. Thank you.
By Honorable Mrs. Justice Shobha.
The Honorable, the Chief Justice, Justice S. Manikumar, esteemed brother and sister judges, former judge of this court, Justice P. Narayana Kurup, learned Advocate General Sri P. Gopalakrishna Kurup, President of the Kerala High Court Advocates Association, Sri Rajesh Vijayan, Assistant Solicitor General of India, Sri S. Manu, Chairman of the Bar Council of Kerala, Sri K. N. Anil Kumar, Additional Advocate Generals, Sri Ashokan Cherian and Sri K. P. Jayachandran, Director General of Prosecution, Sri T. A. Shaji, Additional Director General of Prosecution, Sri Gracious Kuriakos, State Attorney, Sri N. Manoj Kumar, Senior Counsel, Government of India, Sri P. K. Ravindranatha Menon, President of the Senior Advocates Association, Sri N. N. Subnapalan, President of the Kerala Federation of Women Lawyers, Srimati P. K. Shandamma, Distinguished Senior Advocates, Law Officers of the State and Central Governments, Registrar General and other Registrars of this Court, my dear friends at the Bar, Advocate Clerks, Staff of the Advocate General Office, Staff of the High Court, my family members, friends, ladies and gentlemen. It is God's abundant grace and blessings that I have been chosen to perform the divine duty as a judge of this honorable court, and pray for His continued blessings in my journey ahead. I take this opportunity to express my sincere gratitude to the Learned Advocate General and the President of the Bar for the kind words spoken about me, and it is indeed an inspiration while I am assuming charge of this prestigious constitutional office. I place on record my sincere gratitude to the Honorable the Chief Justice, Justice S. Manikumar, and the brother judges of the Collegiate, Justice A. M. Shafiq and Justice C. T. Ravikumar, presently Judge of Honorable Supreme Court, for the confidence reposed in me and for recommending me for the elevation as a judge of the highest court of the state. I am blessed with the name of my father and mother, which is a rare privilege. Being the first generation lawyer in the family, I had to strive hard to pick up the tempo in the profession. My beloved father, late Sri Epan Varghese, was a driving force in my life. But for him, I would not have stepped into this legal profession. Today, as I am here on this dais, I cherish my memories with my father and I hope he is watching over me and be feeling proud. My beloved mother, Srimati Annamma Ipan, is here to fill his absence and to bless me. I thank her for the love, care and affection she has given in my life. My father-in-law, late Sri P.V. Thomas, has always been a constant support and encouragement. I thank my mother-in-law, Srimati Elizabeth Thomas, who has been of great help to me to prosper in my career by taking care of my children. My family members are always my pillar of support and strength, where I can lean for everything in my life. The professional growth which I acquired was because of the immense support that I received from my family. The care, support and encouragement given by my husband Sri P.T. Varghese is beyond determinable boundaries. My daughter Sharon S. Varghese, my son Thomas Varghese, my son-in-law Aravind Saju Kunal and my granddaughter Eva are my life and their love and support are beyond words. The dear and near relatives are always supportive. My brother, my sisters, my brothers-in-law, sisters-in-law, my nephews, my niece, my paternal and maternal uncles and aunts were always a source of strength for me. Majority of them are present here. My immense love and thanks to all of them. On this day, I keep close to my heart the memories of my elder sister and brother-in-law who left us early. I express my thanks to the family members and friends who could not be physically present for this August gathering and are viewing this solemn occasion on live stream. I took my first step in this profession at Kochi Bar as a junior to A.B. Prabhu, an eminent civil lawyer. The support I had from the bar is remembered with gratitude. During the early stages of my career, I had the opportunity to receive the office of the Consumer Disputes Redressal Forum as a member, which was a turning point in my life. I thank the colleagues and staff of the Consumer Disputes Redressal Forum Ernakulam where I had the great opportunity to mold myself as a presiding officer. I had the privilege to start my practice at the High Court of Kerala as a junior to Sri Chandra Mohan Das, where I had ample opportunities to learn and grow in my early days. Along with him, another great pillar of support was Advocate K.K. Risla. I cannot forget the helping hand and motivation offered to me by late Advocate P.K. Ravindran when I commenced independent practice. Even during his busy days of work, he used to set apart hours to guide and enlighten me. I remember with great sense of gratitude all my teachers of Our Lady's Convent Girls High School Tokumbadi, Christo Mahilalaya Maluva, St. Teresa's College Ernakulam, Sacred Heart College Tevra and Government Law College Ernakulam and bestow my heartfelt thanks to all of them. The women only staff at my office, Srimati Sumam, Srimati Maggie, Srimati Helena and my former staff Asha have discharged their duties with utmost sincerity, without whom I would not have been able to carry out my professional duties in the manner I expected. My clerks Baiju and Ullas also deserve a special mention at this occasion. With great pride, I could say that I am the second judge elevated to this esteemed position from the 1987-1990 batch of Law College Ernakulam, the first being Justice Anil Shivaraman, and also the second judge to be elevated from the team of law officers of the state government appointed in the year 2011 after Justice Viju Abraham. I thank the then Advocate General Sri K.P. Dandavani, Director General of Prosecution Sri Asif Ali, and other law officers and staff of the Advocate General Office, and the staff and license officers, especially of Sales Tax, Motor Vehicles and Revenue Department, names of few I cannot forget. I thank Srimati Suhara, Sri Salim, Srimati Shaini, Sri Saji, Sri Shaiju, Sri Tambi, officers of the tax wing for their unblemished support and help during my tenure as a senior government leader. I also remember with reverence late Sri PCI, the then Advocate General. On completion of my tenure as law officer of the state, I had the golden opportunity to associate with A.K. Abdulaziz, a legend in taxation and constitutional law. I have nothing but abundant gratitude to offer to him for his guidance and support. While serving before this court as a senior government leader and even otherwise, the support and encouragement I enjoyed from the bench and the bar was beyond compare. I remember with content the members of the High Court Bar who had allowed me to be their Lady Vice President. I also thank the then President and the committee members of the association for their support. I am thankful to the members of legal fraternity, my family relatives, friends and well-wishers who are present here. I am blessed with the battalion of friends who have constantly supported and guided me. It pains me to realize that I will miss their company. With all humbleness, I remember with reverence everyone who have contributed to my elevation. I thank each one of them on this occasion. I look forward to learn from my sister and brother judges and the bar and seek their wholehearted cooperation to discharge my responsibility to this great institution successfully without any fear of favor, affection or envy. I pray to the God Almighty to give me strength, courage and wisdom to discharge my duties to the best of my ability. Thank you all. Jai Hind.
Sister will be followed.